has cast a doubt on the ability of the police to protect lives and apprehend criminals